Hey everybody, what's up? Thought I would share my smart mirror project. It's a two-part project. I'll go through the hardware and programming part of it, and then after that I'll show you what we're going to do for the framing. So I just want to give you a quick overview what this all looks like assembled before it's actually, in the mirror and you can't really see everything too well. When it's on the wall you won't see anything at all, but just to give you a quick overview. This is it running. This is all you see. In fact, once it's behind the glass with the film mirror tint on there, the weather's not going to work when you first start this thing up. The news feed's going to be the New York Times. The complement bar does work. The calendar, it's only going to have the US holidays. You have to add your own calendar in. Google, there is a way to add the Google Calendar. The time will work because the Pi is set there. And once you go to open weather maps, you can get all your information to set this up. I set my news feeds in here. They're XML files. You can get those off the internet. It's really simple. And that's pretty much it. Okay, I'm going to go through all the parts that you definitely have to do this project and some parts that you don't have to have. Like I said, all the parts you're going to need, links will be in the description. There's also going to be some links for software that you're going to use for the project. And some additional links just to help you out with things that are going on. So, Raspberry Pi, Model 3B. This is probably the easiest one to work with. Has everything you need, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. All you get is the credit card portion of it. You don't actually get this little Lexan piece. I bought a case. Probably not going to use it, but I have it. Just to run through, power port, HDMI. You have your sound, your Ethernet if you just decide to hardwire it, and 4 USB ports. The other thing you're going to need is a micro SD card. They recommend 16 gigabyte. I went with 32 so I could run a lot of programs if I decide to. This is more of like a multi-use project. Other thing you're going to need is a power supply. Definitely follow the recommendations. They recommend 2.5 amp. I went with 3 because I planned on running a fan. I'm not now, but definitely a needed item. HDMI cable. You're going to need this for hookup, because this is what the Pi uses, so whatever monitor you use, make sure it has HDMI, unless you plan on running a converter. The other thing I bought was a laptop monitor driver. I decided to go with a laptop monitor. I wanted to scavenge one. This has a power supply. Has the buttons which are supposed to be for adjusting the monitor, but these ones don't seem to work. Maybe the manufacturer plugged it in wrong, not really sure. Has your monitor hookup. Now, because I have the monitor I have, it's older, so it has lamps in it. This power supply is for the lamps. Caution, that does have a lot of voltage, and it probably would hurt really bad. This is the monitor I decided to go with. Basic monitor out of a laptop, nothing special. Just your standard laptop monitor. I had one that was not supported, couldn't use it, so I had to go with the second one. Optional components: USB sound card, has microphone, speakers. This is definitely useful if you're using Google Assistant, Alexa, maybe even Jasper. I bought it. Haven't been really successful with it yet, but I'm still working on that part. Speakers, if you decide to go with sound, I went with a set of laptop ones. They're not bad. I have little things here for clipping on. I'm not sure how I'm going to attach these yet. Still working on that. I ran a power supply for it because I was trying not to draw any extra power off the Pi. It's not really designed to push things like this. And the last part is the microphone. You can go with the USB microphone. I've heard people had good success with it. The project I originally followed went with this model, so I bought it. Like I said, still working on this part. I'm sure it's a simple bug that I just need to work out, and I just need to do a little bit more looking to figure it out. Okay, as for your glass cleaning, you want to make sure the glass is absolutely spotless. Even if you have to use a razor blade on it to get it clean, just clean the daylights out of it until it is absolutely spotless. You want 0 specks underneath the tint when you lay it down. When it comes to tinting, I'm not a master tinter. I've had some experience, but it's minimal. You just want to make sure that you don't get any wrinkles in it. Everything has to be very well saturated. There are plenty of videos out there on people on how to tint. Just make sure when you're done, just you squeegee it really smooth, let it dry for a couple of days, and then come back through and strip off any of the excess tint with a razor blade around the edges. Okay, here's the website you're going to go to. This is where you get your smart mirror project from. You'll have to install it, and then we can go on to coding. Here's the basic code. This is where you're going to be adding your calendar and your Open Weather Map key. You'll have to sign up for an account on Open Weather Map, and then you'll get your key to put in place where it says for the key. For the Google Calendar, you got to log in. You got to go to the settings page, and then from there, you got to go click on your calendar name. Here, you need to copy your private key and put it in the code to get the calendar to work properly. All right, here's a quick shot of the inside of it. This is how I put everything in. I did use some electrical tape around the outside of the trim of the LCD just so that way you wouldn't get any light glare. I did put that on both sides. Okay, now that we're done with the programming and the hardware portion of it, now we'll head over to Mitch Makes and we'll show you how the frame's made.